Priyanka, great to have you on NDTV. First of all, congratulations on Bajirao Mastani as well as on Quantico.
Thank you.
You're walking a path that no Indian actor has walked on before. How does it feel to be such a pathbreaker, seeing your face, which is obviously so popular around India, but now plastered in every second cab and every subway in New York
I
City?
know, I haven't even seen it because I'm always in Montreal. I never get to see anything. It's exciting. I've always been someone, who wanted to walk my own path. I don't like following someone else's, set example of what life should be or a career should be. I think good, bad, ugly, as long as it's mine. That's why I don't have role models, I think. My mom's definitely a role model, but I emulate things I like from different people and bring it together and make an individual that's me. So my path might work, might not, but it's my struggle, it's my journey, it's my success, it's my failure, and I think that was important to me.
And this transition from the Indian cinema to here, the Western cinema, what has been the hardest part, if you have to take one thing which has been the hardest for you and one thing which has been the best?
I think the fear initially when I was doing Quantico, did I pick the right one? Did I pick the right show? Because I read 26 of them. And would an Indian girl, I'm not even Indian American, I'm Indian. Would an Indian girl be accepted playing an American part? I asked that question. Would an Indian girl be accepted as the lead of a show? But you know what? It basically comes down to a good story and maybe acting jobs. And that's what it's been proved. The writing of the show is amazing. The ratings are through the roof. I've got such an amazingly warm welcome, not just by the audience in America, but by the press, the people. The airport security is always asking me who the terrorist is. It's really funny. But yeah, it's new. I don't know myself. So it's great to find out. But I think that's really exciting for me, that I think all those fears were not required as long as you can do your job.
And about Bajirao Mastani, can you talk a little bit about the Shiv Sena controversy as well? Given the fact that it's such a historical movie, do you feel that people who are asking for changes to be made are justified in any which way?
I think that we live in a democracy and it's a film. And the second thing, I think there's a difference between inspired from history and based on history. So, and there was a book that came out years ago that told the story already. I question why objections weren't raised then. Just because it's a film on a big banner with in a huge cast, it just makes me question things. I guess if sentiments were heard or are going to be, it should have been heard by the book too. You know what I mean? And I'm sure, like Bajirao Mastani, Kashibai, all of them were historical characters. And history books are written about Bajirao going to war. But what used to happen when he ate dinner? What happened when he went to sleep? What happened when he came back home? After war. I'm sure he lived a life, right? This is the director's vision of that. The things that history books don't tell you about, and I think he should have the right to do it.
Since you walk both these worlds, India, America, the Western world, the Eastern civilization, this whole conversation, Priyanka, of intolerance, which has been there with actors like Amir Khan talking in India, but here Donald Trump making all sorts of statements as well. What do you make of this as a creative actor who is exposed to both these worlds?
I think intolerance is a global problem. We are making it belong to each country and we are pointing fingers to public people, but it's a big problem. I mean, look at the world around. Look at what we're living with. Look at what happened in Paris. Look at what happened in Lebanon, Mumbai, all over the world. That's intolerance. It's people saying that I don't like you because you have a different religion. I don't like you. You're not right because you're going to a concert. What has happened to the world? Why can't we just think that you have two eyes, a nose, a mouth, and why are we dividing each other into religions, beliefs, cultures? What happened to humanity? I think we need to change our perspective a little bit.